All right. We are starting to record. So let's go out there. We'll go ahead and get started. Real quick, my name is James Zhang. My wife, Becky, she's on the line with us as well, too. So she's in the other room, and she's kind of sneaking up on us and making sure everything's going okay. I hijacked her webinar. She usually does this one herself, but because we're doing this competition, I just got really excited and I said, hey, babe, can I do this one today? She reluctantly gave it to me, you know? But at any time, she could definitely chime in. But real quick backstory for those of you that don't know me. All right, I'm going to share a screen here real quick. Okay. Can you guys see this okay? Perfect.
Yep.
Sounds good. So welcome. This is our Wellness 360. It's our Health Crusade webinar that's going on. We do this every single Thursday at this time. The goal is to take less than an hour with this, but I want to pack with as much as possible. And just a quick little backstory on me and the products here. I used what's called our Slenderiiz program, the clinical pack specifically. And this was back in 2015. And I remember it was during a time around this time, right? December time is the time when you're thinking about holidays. And when you think about holidays, one of the biggest things you think about is, I'm going to eat a lot. All right. And I don't know about you. I'm the type where I kind of like gauge how much weight I'm probably going to gain by the amount of parties that I'm going to go to. You know, there's some years where I'm like, I'm probably going to gain 5 pounds now, you know, or there's some years I'm like, I think I'm not going to be able to fit in my pants after this, you know. But in a nutshell, I started to feel like my weight and my health as a whole started to get, I wasn't like supremely overweight or anything, but I wanted to get a control of my life again. You know, there's that saying that sometimes people, they live to eat or they eat to live. And I was definitely the type when I was the live to eat, meaning I would wake up, I don't know if you guys can feel me on this, but I would think about what to eat for breakfast. Right after breakfast, then I think about what to eat for lunch, and so on and so forth. Travis is laughing. It sounds like that's what he does, you know. So, but that lifestyle I knew, and the body starts to change. You know, your body as you mature, it's going to make a lot of different changes out there. And I said, I want to do something. I was never into supplementation. In fact, I was brought up in a household where they didn't believe in supplements. My dad, he has a PhD, and he always said, oh, you can get everything. He was a farmer as well, too. He said that he could get everything from the food that you eat. And I started to get more educated, and I started to understand that even if you're eating the most healthy possible today, because of how our food is made, it's just not the same anymore. You know, so I was looking for some support. I was looking for some help, and I heard about the program that this company offered, and I decided to give it a shot. You know, it was actually, there was a competition going on. I figured might as well join it. If I win, fantastic. If I don't, at least I got in a good shape of my life. And I was surprised to find, but this picture that you see here was after 40 days with 0 exercise. And I was eating real food. And I not only lost 24.8 pounds in 40 days and got a 6-pack for the first time in my life. It's kind of like through the program, I felt like I hacked my body, you know? What I mean by that is this. Have you guys ever felt like you weren't necessarily in control of how your body reacted to things? You know? Where for me, I'm the type where I'm like, oh man, I feel like I can't get to the goals that I want to. And after I used this program, not only did I get those results, but it opened up my eyes to a whole different world of health. And I started to understand nutrition, and I started to understand my body. I started to notice my cravings change. I'm Chinese, and if you know any Asian, they eat a lot of rice, you know, like 2 bowls with every single meal. What was so interesting was after this program, I stopped craving rice. I stopped craving noodles. I went back home. My parents thought that I was like weird and stuff, you know. I was craving carrots. I was craving good food. And what I started to learn is, our bodies become chemically addicted to food. They're polluted because of the environment. And if we really want long-term health results, then we need to do the proper things for our body, feed it with the right things, detox our environment. It's a whole 360-degree approach to health. And I found that this program that RX had was a really, really great catapult to help me getting into that lifestyle, you know? So now a couple of years later, I'm still pretty in shape. I don't look like the before picture here. You know, I do plan to enter the Slenderiiz competition. I want to get even more defined now. I gained some muscle. I want to keep on going. But what I'm here to share with you guys today is what it is that's impacted us. That ended up turning into a very strong referral program for us. After I got those results, people started asking me, James, what did you do? And my wife took suit. This is my lovely wife. All right. Guys, don't look too closely. All right. She is taken, you know. But Travis is hilarious, man, you know. No, I'm just kidding, man. No, but my wife went on this program and she wasn't like she was one of those people that you would consider she isn't fat by any means, you know. But she also wasn't healthy on the inside. And when she got on this program, she got a 4-pack that's like eternal now, you know. But not only that, I've noticed and she's noticed that her health is really on a totally different level, you know? She'd be the type that whenever anyone is sick, she would catch whatever they had, you know? We knew when flu season started because she'd get it immediately, you know? But now, for the last many, many years after using high-quality supplementation, for whatever reason, she hasn't had the need to have over-the-counter prescription medications, not even Tylenol, Advil. She avoids that like the plague, you know? And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to health. Now, last but not least, the impact throughout the last many years has been quite tremendous. These are just a couple of the individuals that have gone on this program, transformed themselves. Some of these pictures here, you see them today. See, Philip is on the line with us today, you know? And what this shows is it doesn't matter what background you have, what type of health background you have, ethnicity, age, gender, health goals. We know that when you feed your body with the right stuff, it's going to react in a very good way. Does that make sense, guys? I'm assuming that's a yes. I know everyone's muted, so no worries. All right. So
Yes.
let's go out there. Oh, there we go. All right. Can everyone still hear me okay? I'm going to move on.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay. Glad to hear. Well, let's go out there. And before I get into the competition itself, okay, I do want to talk about this program a little bit. All right. Now, why should we go out there and consider this type of program to help you with your fitness goals and your health goals? All right. So let's get into this real quick. What I love about this program, it is really a 360-degree view of health. Okay. I'll show you right here. Okay. So this gives you a little bit of a background and you can see, all right, yourself. So let me move this real quick. You can see how transformational and how inclusive all the products are, because weight loss, health, nutrition, it isn't a single dimensional thing. There are multiple dimensions to it. And that's why the program that we're going to be talking about today is so impactful. I just actually heard one of our clients was not even using the Slenderiiz program, all right? He was just using the nutritionals we had and the shakes, and he lost almost 12 pounds in 14 days, you know? And he said, I was not using the Slenderiiz drops, and we're tripping out. We're like, what? And it's because he's detoxing his body, because he's feeding it with the right things, okay? But let me go out there, and let me share with you guys this screen right here, okay? So we're going to walk through real quick on what this program actually is, okay? So here we go. Can you guys see that okay? Fantastic. All right, lovely, lovely. I'm going to switch my view here so I can see you guys. Hey, Pam. I see you there. I see Mark now as well, too. I see Dr. Marvin. Oh, man, I'm like extra. Wow. We have a celebrity on the line. Dr. Marvin is a well-known holistic dentist that is actually on RX's scientific advisory board. And he's probably critiquing everything that I'm saying right now. So,
I'm going to report you. If you mess up, I'm reporting. Go straight to Deanna.
I know, man. Dude, I just got like extras.
This is quality control and compliance.
They said Deanna sent you, man, to make sure we do everything right. All right. Well, let's go out there. Great to see you guys all on. You know, it's exciting to see that this is really starting to spread an impact, you know. All right, so let's get into this. Now, what makes this any different? Okay. And one thing that I'm sure we're really big on is if you're going to take anything, I want to make sure that I know who's making it. All right. And I'll kind of use this analogy. If you're going to eat food, sometimes it's nice to know what chef made it, what standards they have. You know, for example, you probably wouldn't want to eat food that I cook because number one, it's going to be totally bland. All right. My repertoire of baking is a chicken breast with nothing. All right. So that's pretty much it. But you want to make sure the chef knows what they're doing. So you want to eat my wife's though. My wife's cooking is good. So Deanna Latson is our chief product officer. A number of us got a chance to meet her in person this last weekend. And why is it that we really trust her behind all these products? And she has an amazing team, including people like Dr. Marvin, who are true healers when it comes to health. And when it comes to Deanna, a little bit about her background. She used to teach at San Francisco State, health and nutrition. She was an educator. She was a spokeswoman. She was a public speaker where at the height of her career, she was speaking for many colleges and universities. She was actually the #1 paid college speaker. Many corporations, many athletes. She said this publicly this weekend that she got paid at max $10,000 an hour just to talk about health. All right. And I look at that and I'm like, wow, you must know your stuff to be able to get paid that much. All right. And it really attests because you don't meet many people like Deanna. All right. She's one of those individuals when you see her, you meet her, you talk to her because of her example that she sets, not what she says, but what she does and what she represents. You just want to be a part of the crusade. You just want to start eating a little bit healthier, taking care of yourself and your family a little bit more. Okay. And what is different about this, hey, Mary Jo, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Mary Jo kind of looks like a Chun-Li right now from Street Fighter. She's got her hair up and got a blue dress on, you know? So great to see you. All right. So what makes us any different is this, okay? Number one, there's standards, okay? You got to be very careful when it comes to the health industry because they did a study, the New York Attorney General, U.S. Attorney General went to New York. They pulled off over 800 supplements from GNC, Walmart, Target, all these different places. And they actually did a simple test to see what's on the label. Is it actually in the bottle? They found that 80% of the products on the marketplace didn't even match what was on the label. And you got to think about that. Who here has ever known anyone that maybe your family, yourself, your friends that have gotten a vitamin or a supplement from a GNC or a Costco before, one of those places? Has anyone known someone that bought that before? I know everyone's muted.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
No worries. I like some participation. So if you don't have background noise, feel free to unmute yourself, you know? So of course, this way I know I'm not alone.
We're good.
Okay, I see you guys. So we, you know?
Back room.
All good. No worries, guys.
Some bad elevator music.
All good. All good. Okay, so yeah, so that's a big thing, you know? So we put our standards into the background, all right? Let's see. So there is a little bit of background noise. I think. Okay, better. Fantastic. Thanks, guys. All right. So raw ingredients. We do a couple things, and we have many more than what it is you see right here. But you see, for example, Banned Substance Control Group. That's a professional athlete certification. Okay. And pros go out there, and they're putting things in the body at the top, the best quality ever. Otherwise, if they get caught by something, of course, their career is gone. Okay. USP is pharmaceutical level right there. All right. And that ensures, for example, that it actually goes out there, will dissolve in your body. You'd be surprised how many vitamins you find in the sewer system that are actually undissolved. All right. It basically goes in through one place, one part of your body. It goes out through another one, and nothing happens. All right. The GMO free, everything's made without genetically modified organisms. And we make everything in the United States. I've been there. I'm sure Dr. Marvin has seen that many times, you know, he's toured it, you know. And Dr. Marvin, I'm sure you'd agree. Don't you have to put on like the bunny suit and everything when you go in the manufacturing?
Yeah, you gotta cover your hair. You gotta wear white gloves.
Yeah.
You can't cough. You gotta wear a mask.
Exactly. Or else they'll zap you or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're clean. They're really, really clean because how you make it really matters, right? If I were to get the best ingredients in the world and I'm cooking some food, and then all of a sudden, before I serve it to you, I spit in your food, all right? It's safe to say it's not going to be clean anymore, right? So you want to be careful how you make them. So we have them in standards, NSF, GMP, and FDA and OTC are the big ones. They're pharmaceutical level. They're drug grade. Basically, it means that they have to be within very, very specific levels that match what it is that's said so that it's a consistent product and experience every single time. Okay? So that is a little bit of a background there. I'm not going to get too much into detail with that today. All right? But what I do want to talk about, of course, because today our focus is this Slenderiiz drop-to-drop challenge that's going on, because I know some people here want to win that trip. Some people here want to win cash. Some people here just want to know what's going on, all right? But I do want to briefly touch upon the program that we should be using to give you the best odds of success with this challenge, okay? Now, Slenderiiz is the program we're going to be talking about, okay? So let me make sure that we can have the screen up. So what is Slenderiiz? And why is it so impactful and effective, all right? It's a rapid fat loss program. And this is, in a nutshell, the big difference of Slenderiiz, all right? And I'll give you guys a very easy way to discern what's good and what's bad out there, what's different out there, right? This is the time of year you're gonna see all types of gimmicky fads and diets and programs, and everyone's gonna be pitching something, you know? And this is the sad part. People are going to get on other programs which will not give them, number one, health, not give them the right results, and not give them the long-term benefit that they're looking for, okay? Because this is the thing, 98% of people that go on a diet, they not only regain all their weight back within 2 years, but they gain more, okay? They gain more. That's a lot. Now, if you think you're gonna be the 2%, you're a superhuman, man, you know? But why is it that they don't work? Because most programs out there are very simple. They tell you, eat less of this and exercise more, and that difference in calories, you will burn fat. Well, you hope it's fat, you burn weight, you know? Who knows if it's fat? You might be burning muscle, you might be burning all the other types of water weight, right? And they gain it back because they're going out there, they're not being taught the right lifestyle. They are going out there and they are just like restricting themselves. And then what happens, and I've done this before too, I've tried a lot of different shakes and bar diets, prayer diets, fasting, you know, a lot of different things. And by the end of the days that you're on it, you got this laundry list of cravings like ice cream and chocolate and all these different things. And right when you're off of it, or even if you don't finish it, you start cheating and you go massively binge, and then you feel like you feel horrible, you know? That's what I love about this program, because this program trains you how to actually eat the proper way, where it's to the point. I was talking to one of her clients yesterday, and she had some objections. She said, I don't know if I want to get on this program. I don't want to jump on board with this competition because I feel like I need to go out of my way to eat healthy. And I said, you ain't doing it right, man, you know, for sure. And she's like, no, you know, I've tried it before. I've tried the shakes. I'm like, you haven't tried my shake. I made her a shake with the pure nourish that we have. I sampled it out to her. And then I just watched her facial expression, you know? And it went from this skeptical, doubting face to, wow, that was really good. She went from, this isn't too bad, to, by the end of it, she gobbled it all down. She's like, I'm going to get this, you know? Because being healthy does not mean you have to suffer. And I told her this, even when I'm off of Slenderiiz, like right now I'm not on Slenderiiz, me and my wife at home still eat what the Slenderiiz approved list is. If you go to our refrigerator, there is nothing bad, all right? Now, it's not Deanna Latson status where like nuts and berries fall out and stuff, you know, but it's it's still pretty good, okay? So what makes this different is that it targets just the bad fat. And it helps you detox your body, all right? And we've seen a lot of pictures already. I won't get too much into that. It's 100% homeopathic, and it's all natural, all right? It's been certified, it's been tested, along with a healthy meal plan, which is normal stuff. Good proteins, good veggies. You want to swap out your whites for greens, all right? And what that means is no rice, no tortillas, no whatever else is there, right? Bread. Get a lot of good vegetables. Get a lot of good things, all right? Now, some of us might think, well, that's impossible, James. I am blank ethnicity, all right? And I'm telling you this. I've seen every single ethnic group. I saw Mary Jo on this. And Mary Jo is like the most, like, her diet was the most traditional Filipino diet that I've ever seen before, you know? And after she got on the program, she barely eats white rice anymore, you know? So a Filipino could do it. So anyone can, you know? So let's go out there. These are the ingredients in there. Okay, we're very transparent when it comes to this company, all right? And what the ingredients do are a couple things. This is why it makes this program different from anything else. They do a number of things, all right? Number one, they actually will go out there and it targets your whole hormonal system, your hypothalamus, and it basically helps target it tells your body to eat the fat for energy rather than the carbs and the protein. All right. Who here, if you were to lose weight, would want to only lose fat and not anything else?
Yes, absolutely.
That's
I
what
do.
this does. You know, that's what this does. So you can be rest assured. If you saw my picture there, it went out there, and of course, I see Tyler. Welcome to the line, Tyler. It just targets the fat itself. It also has some ingredients where it helps you curb the carb cravings. Hey guys, so are we logging in from Ohio? Is that where you guys are at? Nice. Thanks for logging on. I know it's almost, 10 p.m. over there? Appreciate it. All right. So cool to see we're expanding here. But yeah, so of course, it only targets that fat. It helps you really with your metabolism. It detoxes your whole body. And I've noticed once you get your body clean, it's going to actually help change your cravings from like the sugary stuff to actually good, healthy things in your body, all right? I see Dr. Marvin. I think he's grabbing one of the Slenderiiz drops, you know. Dr. Marvin, is there anything else you want to chime in when it comes to the Slenderiiz drops itself, coming from a dentist background and your health background?
Not really. We use a lot of homeopathy in our practice, but I don't think many people understand what homeopathy is. It's basically the energy, and it elicits a body's response to whatever you're trying to get at. And homeopathy has been around for hundreds of years. It's been used in Germany, in Europe, and in the United States. It's just kind of catching on as a more natural approach. And actually, homeopathy is how vaccinations actually started. So, you know, we give vaccines to elicit an antibody response. Well, we don't need to give the actual antigens to get that response. We can actually use the energy of it. So I'm always into energetic medicine and homeopathy. I'm glad that RX has put together this product together. So it's really advanced. You don't really have to know the ins and outs of it. You just have to know that it works.
Perfect. Okay. And if you do want to know the ins and outs, talk to Dr. Marvin.
There are some people that I was like wants to know every little small detail.
Yeah.
For me, the results speak for themselves, so I don't have to say too much. I just say just have a little bit of trust in that the people that designed it and put it together know what they're doing. Yep. And then all you have to do is just reap the benefits by actually doing it. It's a small risk, but as you're going to talk about with the contest, there's going to be even less risk and great rewards.
Exactly. You got it, Dr. Marvin. Thanks so much for chiming in right there, all right?
Yeah.
You know, Dr. Marvin, you got to look him up. He does some amazing, amazing work, all right? Yeah, so let's keep on going here. So, of course, yeah, and it's been clinically proven, like what Dr. Marvin was suggesting towards, there's 100% money back guarantee with the program. And we'll explain how that works in a little bit too, okay? And I love that. Because, yeah, it is a risk to try something. You know, we understand. And there's always that fear of, will it work, will it not work, okay? We're describing why it will work. And on average, women lose half a pound a day on the clinical program that we have, and men lose 2/3 of a pound a day. So you think about it, in a month, a woman can lose up to 15 pounds. In a month, a male can lose up to 20 pounds, okay? And I'm sorry, I know it's kind of unfair. It's just the hormones, man. That's just how it is, you know, but it's all good. I think men are just fatter as well, too, honestly. That's probably what's going on, all right? We got all types of junk in our body. So, yeah, it's a very quick program. It's very affordable when you break down the results itself, and we'll get into that later. The clinical pack is the one I do want to highlight real quick for those of you looking into this, okay? Because this is how we feel. If you're going to get on this program, do it the right way the very first time, okay? Get the full benefit, all right? Just go big or go home. Because I'll tell you this, when you use everything in conjunction, it produces quite the result in your body. I've done Slenderiiz by itself with the drops, and I've done it with the clinical pack. And I've seen many others do it just with the drops and with the clinical pack. And I've seen not only the results are way different in terms of the numbers, but the way they felt, the energy, the excitement, the happiness, the everything with it, the detoxification was so much better, all right, because they used the entire package right there. Okay, so let me go out there and let me walk through some of the elements here real quick. Okay, included in the clinical pack is a great meal replacement shake. All right, this one is incredible. It has very clean ingredients. It's gluten, dairy, soy, GMO free. I use this for a shake every single day in the morning and even at nighttime. Great for the program. Vegan friendly proteins. It's naturally sweetened, so it won't spike up the blood sugar and the insulin levels like crazy. And it has prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes. It has some great vitamins and minerals in here. It's just a great all-around shake. And I like adding in the Cocoa Boost. The Power Boost tastes like chocolate, and it gives you some extra energy with the medium chain triglycerides, the BCAAs, the L-glutamine, and all of that. There's also Beauty Boost that accompanies this, which is a great one for your hair, skin, and nails, the Dermavol that's in there, the biotin. So I won't go too much into that. The nutritional products are very, very key and important, all right? So the nutritionals right here, well, why do we need them? Just real quick. Number one, well, I'm curious, who here besides maybe Dr. Marvin eats 7 to 9 servings of fruits and veggies every single day?
I don't even.
Not even the doctor, all right. The truth comes out. It's hard.
We need to supplement anyway. Even if you have that much, you still have to supplement it.
Exactly.
And it's just getting worse. I mean, our soil's getting less and less. Our food is becoming less food. It's amazing.
That's entirely right. You know, I heard that if you eat an orange today, the vitamin C content there compared to 50 years ago, you need 15 oranges today compared to one back of the day. You know,
just imagine what it's going to be like in 10, 15 years. It's probably going to jump up to 20 or 30 oranges.
I think so, you know, and that's absolutely ridiculous, you know. So, of course, yeah, number one is that. Number two, we're bombarded by environmental pollution, air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution. It's kind of like, unless you live in a bubble, you're going to be dealing with this, right? And that lack of nutritional gap leads into all of the issues, most of the issues that we're seeing today with respiratory issues and heart disease and cholesterol, and all these things are going on, you know, where we're dealing with degenerative disease. So that's why the nutritional line that we have is such an important insurance policy for your health. Why lose fat and quote unquote look good if you're still unhealthy, you know? So this is so important for that, right? So what makes us different from those on the supplement shelf is we go by a very high standard called optimal daily allowance rather than recommended dietary allowance. ODA is the levels that Dr. Marvin probably read about in his clinical research and all that, you know. RDA is at a very low level where you just got enough where you won't get malnourished and diseases like scurvy and rickets, which Travis, I don't know if you ever had a buddy that got scurvy or rickets before, but I've never had that. Unless you have pirate friends, you know, then I want to hang out with you because that's pretty cool, you know. So they say "arg" because they're feeling the scurvy effects, you know. I think that's but you go out there and you do this cool test here, right? And you take an apple, you cut it open, it starts to rot and oxidize over time. And this is supposed to symbolize what happens in our own bodies, right? Our bodies are made of cells. Oxidation happens, stress happens, and that leads into degeneration. So good antioxidant, which is from your fruits, veggies, right? but also great supplements. It's supposed to protect the cell so it can actually protect itself, right? So we did a fun little test. You can try this at home. If you want to go out there and freak out your family over this holidays, do this, okay? It's fun, all right? Travis like, I'm down, all right? Go for it. So what we do is you take the apple, you put it into water, you have your One-A-Day Kirkland and your Centrum, your big 3 brands, okay? I was just in Costco with my wife. We have our Costco days, and we love looking at when people check out, what they're checking out with. Does anyone here, are you guys like us, where you kind of like sneak a peek at other people's shopping carts? Are we the only weird ones?
I think everyone does
Dan's
that.
like, what are you talking about, you know? But we did that, and man, we just saw a whole shopping cart full of Kirkland vitamins. And you know, it's not even just the normal ones. It's those gummy vitamins that have sugar on them, you know? And you're like, dude, you're basically like sending candy to your kids, you know? And they're going to have to go see Dr. Marvin and the dentist later. So I guess it's good. Give them more business, you know? So
Job security for me.
yeah, exactly, right? But what we did is you take a look at these different quality of vitamins there, put it in the solution, right? You have the second to the left is our brand. The leftmost one is a leading competitor that's more expensive than us. We put it in there for 2 days, and after 2 days, this is what happens to the vitamins, all right? They don't look too hot, all right? It looks like they got burnt toast or something, you know? And it goes to show there is a difference of the ODA, the optimal levels, versus the RDA, the recommended dietary levels, okay? So that is what every single product that RX develops goes through. And that goes into the rest of our line, okay? In the clinical pack, it comes with amazing products like our Rejuvenex, our all-natural energy enhancer, our metabolism booster. It's made of mangosteen, sea buckthorn, acai berry, 6 superfruits, natural energy enhancers, just a couple pills, and it gives you this like, you're wired, you're just focused, you know? And it's a great alternative to coffee and energy drinks and all of that. But it's amazing when it comes to the Slenderiiz program because it really does boost those results. In the clinical trials, they said that those that took Rejuvenex not only lost 20% more fat, they were also happier. All right? So if you enjoy happiness, all right? Because some people think to get healthy means I need to be struggling and dying, you know? If you look at people that use our program the right way, they're smiling through most of it, you know? They're like excited. They feel really, really good. If you don't feel good, you're doing it all wrong, okay? So that's a Rejuvenex right there. You need a good, healthy fish oil for the healthy fats, the omega-3s, the omega-6s for the brain, for the cholesterol, for the heart, for blood pressure, okay? To give you supportive, good, healthy fat so you can lose the right fat in your body and give it back, okay? So you have a great fish oil in this program. Won't talk too much about that one. You also have in this nutritional line, probably one of our favorites is our Restorex, okay? Especially after the wintertime right here. Restorex is such a big key. It is a heavy metal, double patented detox product, okay? Now, why is this important? Well, number one, you just got to imagine, all right? What do you feel our bodies have been subjected to in the years that we've all just been walking on this planet? You know? If you, some of us were just down in Los Angeles and we drove through that smoke screen called LA, you know? And you just think that's getting into you every single day, okay? The food that we eat, what that's getting into you. We ate Korean barbecue after this weekend and wow, we all felt, I think half of us got sick afterwards, you know? Like our bodies are just like, we can't do it anymore, right? Our water, whatever it is. And what this does is it goes out there and it gets trapped into your fat, likes to trap these toxins, and it holds on to it because your body doesn't want to be toxified. So if you're losing fat and you plateau, Restorex is the plateau breaker, okay? In fact, Dr. Ray Strand, he's a medical doctor that specializes in nutritionals now, said this: if you experience a plateau, consider taking 2 doses of Restorex a day, you know? And I like that. So you got to detox yourself with this, okay? Dr. Marvin sees all types of mercury fillings, and he has a big thing against those. you know, but those mercury fillings get into your body. You literally have a radioactive thing in your mouth that's constantly emitting radioactivity, you know? So Restorex, I'm sure, can cleanse your body of things like that, you know? So if you want to get your mercury fillings taken out, go to Dr. Marvin. He will help you with that, all right? Hey, man, I'm trying to give you more business right here, bro.
I don't know if I want to be that much busier.
I know, right?
I'm exposed to all that mercury too, so
That's true.
I gotta be careful.
Yeah, it's just
Restorex.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm a forever user of Restorex.
Yeah, exactly, right. And it's a big deal right there. So it's a great product that this company has. It has charcoal in there. It has the zeolite is the main product. It's actually magnetic, so it absorbs all the heavy metals and everything, green powder and all that. I'm not going to get too much into this. Once you're on the program, we'll walk you through it. One thing we're big on is support through these lifestyle changes, okay? This is what I do say. The products work, but you got to use them the right way, and you got to make sure you actually use them, okay? So, of course, we got that. One last one that we love is our MOA. Our MOA is actually a 36 superfood liquid nutritional, and it's a great, I was kind of kidding, all right? And this might be a little bit too raw. There's no kids on this, but it's like how they say marijuana is like the gateway drug, you know, to other drugs. Now, I'm short of personal experience, all right? I did have a fraternity background. I won't go too much more, all right? But what I will say is the MOA is kind of like the gateway to the rest of the nutritionals. It's easy to use, great for kids, all right? It comes in this convenient pouch, literally 36 superfoods from around the world onto one packet, and it gives it a super loaded just power of all of these nutritional benefits. Great for skin, great for digestion, great for, we've seen it, you know, I can't make a claim, but we've seen cholesterol issues, blood pressure issues, for whatever reason, have changed, you know, when they started using this. You know, I can't say it's the product by itself. It's the biggest thing that they changed, you know, but there's just so much, and it tastes good. I wake up every single day. It's the first thing I do. We just ran out of ours. We're crying every morning, you know, because it goes too fast. So in a nutshell, guys, that is our nutritional line when it comes to that Slenderiizer, right? Now, I know most of us are here because you want to hear about the competition, okay? Now, any questions before I move into the competition? So far, so good? Perfect. Oh, we see a hand.
Hey, James.
Hey, how's it going?
So I have a nurse that's interested in the product, but she said she's allergic to a lot of things. So I'm trying to pinpoint like what she's exactly allergic to. So
Yes,
there is somewhere I could print out like ingredients. Yes.
you definitely can.
Okay.
We can shoot that to you. Message me after. We'll definitely give that to you.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
a comment about that.
Yeah, for sure. Go for Dr. Marvin.
Okay, so one of my biggest messages for people is you always have to ask the question why. Why are people more allergic? Why are people more sensitive? Why are things? You need to get them on the idea that their body is reacting or overreacting, because that's really what's happening. Their body is so toxic. So you need to get them on the same idea or the same side that they're unhealthy. The reason why they're highly sensitive is because their body is just on overload. Okay. So you need to get them to agree that you're probably sensitive, probably because you have too much toxicity. And if you can get them to agree to that, then you can get them to agree that in order for them to reverse that unhealthiness, you have to get healthy. And that's where you have to talk about this program moves you in the direction toward health. Because that you've seen it time and time again. So that's kind of how you play it, because if you give them the products and they look at the labels and you say, I'm allergic to this, I'm allergic to this, and you really have nothing else to say from there. So it's kind of a trap.
Because she has been allergic to a lot of things since she was young.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of diets out there that she, hasn't been able to try because of the fact that she's hypersensitive to a lot of the ingredients. So, she's pretty knowledgeable of what she exactly is allergic to where she actually reacts to it versus, her just being toxic naturally or whatnot. because what I want, I don't want to give it to somebody and then all of a sudden they have like an allergic reaction to it and it just like blows up, in my face.
The reality is you won't know. You just won't know. So that's where you have to kind of tread lightly and go, what do they think that they're allergic to? And then try some of the other products. So, you can go to the Magna-Cal D. Remember, our supplements are food. So if you tell them, if they go to their doctor and says, can I take this supplement? And then you just say, does the doctor say you can't eat food? And if you say you can't eat food, then you can't eat art. Okay? That's how you have to talk, because they're scared. They're scared of their doctors. Okay? They're scared. The problem is the doctors don't even know. The doctors don't even take supplements. So you just have to get them to question. And when you get them to question, then you'll be okay. So if they know that they're allergic to, let's say, mangosteen, okay, then you're like, okay, then, maybe you should stay away from the MOA. Okay. However, why don't we try the Optimals M and V? Use them for 2 months. Hey, if you react to them, hey, just give them back, send them back, money back guarantee, no questions asked. We've had plenty of people do that. So that takes the risk off you, because what you're doing, you're kind of diagnosing for them, and you're also scared because if they react, you're going to feel like you took the blame, and it's not your fault. You won't know. Doctors don't know. Doctors give antibiotics all the time. Oh, they react. Okay, here's another antibiotic. Why don't they
question? What I just had that at my clinic today too. Somebody, they're allergic to another. We gave a different one, and then all of a sudden he went anaphylactic.
Yeah, you won't know everything. So don't be too hard on yourself. But you also have to play it like the doctors don't even know what they're doing either. So
powerful.
Thank you.
Hey, I'd love to follow up on that, Mark, and let us know what happens, and I'll make sure that Dr. Marvin knows. That's a great tip, Dr. Marvin. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. Sweet. Okay. I love this webinar, man. This one's good. This one's amazing, man. All right. Well, let me go out there. Let me share this contest real quick with you guys then. Okay. Today is the very first day. You guys are the ones that are going to get all the nitty-gritty details behind this, okay? So definitely, if you're looking for this is a good time to take out some notepad and pen, get down some details. Registration starts now, actually. Okay. So let me go out there. Let me share this with you guys. All right. So we actually went out there. We made a quick flyer, and this flyer will give you, it's more of a reference flyer, and we've posted it up. Oh, let me move this real quick. You can take a look at this. And in a nutshell, this will tell you things like, there are the prizes that go on. This is the biggest competition in the 6 years I've been a part of RX that they've ever done, where not only can you win a Dominican Republic trip for 2 people, and this is, let me just tell you this, I've been on a trip similar to this. When RX does something like this trip, it's an all-inclusive, and this is an adult-only resort, meaning it's all you can eat and all you can drink. All right, that weekend will not be Slenderiiz approved, okay? You literally, it's butler. There's a personal butler you have. Like, it's intense. Like, we had an issue of trying to stuff as much food into our stomachs as possible during our time there the last time, and it was tough, Don't tell me how much we gained, because that won't be inspiring, all right? But we have that. You can also win cash prizes up to $750. You can also go out there and just by it's a 2-month competition, okay? For women that lose just 10 pounds in the 2 months, you can win a free Slenderiiz. All right, so everybody can win. For men that lose 15 pounds, okay? Remember, we got hormones that are different, so yeah, I guess this is the one that it plays in our disfavor. But 15 pounds in 2 months, which is really slow. I heard that Mark, you lost, 8 pounds in 7 days already?
Yeah, so actually, I'd say 9 pounds. 2 Sundays ago, I was 222.
Wow.
And just yesterday, or this morning, I was 213.8.
Wow. Congratulations. And I heard you weren't exactly following the program to the T.
No, honestly, I wasn't at this point still. I still haven't went by that small packet on Slenderiiz.
Yep.
But I've been watching, I don't really eat too much rice. And, you were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
But just through my DNA, I'm just heavy set.
Got it.
So but that's pretty cool. And, I was actually going to ask you on a Saturday that I went, you did mention that, you ate a lot for Thanksgiving, etc.
Yeah.
So when you said you detoxed, what product did you use for your detox?
Restorex is the
Okay.
Restorex, and then all the nutritionals, lots of water. I like making a lot of shakes with the Pure Nourish and greens and veggies and stuff, and just detox your body. So it's
Okay.
for sure. All right. So thanks for sharing that. But yeah, you can win. Everybody can win. I love that. Okay. So of course we have the details about this. There is a 100% money back guarantee. I'll walk you through this real quick. So taking a look at this flyer, if you see, it's called the Drop to Drops Challenge. There's a website you can go to for all the details, which is SlenderiizContest.com. Okay, SlenderiizContest.com. You can share this one with your friends. You can walk them through. It's a really well-made website. I'm gonna go out there and walk you guys through it real quick so you can see it. Okay, so let me share this screen real quick so you can see this one. All right, perfect. So, can you guys see this okay?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. It's a really well-made one. There's actually some familiar faces on here, which I love. Okay. So you can just go on this website, and if you want, and honestly, if you want to join this competition, one part of the money back guarantee is to have 4 people keep you accountable. Okay. I'd even aim to get 4 people to do this with you, because when I got my result that I showed, I did it with 4 other people, one of which is Robert Fang. He's down there. He lost around 20 pounds in those 2 months that we're doing this, So, of course, you can have some great before and after pictures. You see Mary Jo, she's on the line right now. She is our queen of Slenderiiz. Totally transformed. Mary Jo, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that transformation was in 2 months, or was that 1 month, those pictures there? I don't know if she can hear me at all.
She's muted.
She's muted, no worries, yeah. I think it was in 2 months,
2 months.
That's my 3rd month cycle.
Third month, all right.
So it's 1 month.
1 month. Oh, got it. That was, yeah, she did it for 3 months, but that was her pictures from her 1 month. Wow. All right. So it's quite incredible. You can see that, okay? And this is a handy one. I want everyone today to do some homework, all right? Log on to the website, and this is where you can actually have your money back guarantee. And it's really cool. They give you a calculator, all right? So for example, let's say I'm a male, and I want to see what can it be guaranteed. Let's say my weight loss goal is 20 pounds. I want to go out there. I'm 28 now. And my height, I wish I were 6 foot, but I'm not. So it's 70 inches or so. My weight right now is 175. And it will tell me, it will calculate it, right? It'll do this cool calculation. And it tells me if I use what's called the essential pack, and I'll go through that in a little bit. It'll take me 60 days, and I'm guaranteed to lose 20 pounds. Okay? Now, if I use the total body transformation pack, which is also the clinical pack, it'll tell me that I can do it in 38 days. And that's my guarantee. So if I use that program, I don't lose 20 pounds in 38 days, and I follow the other advice that we'll go in a little bit, I would get a 100% money back guarantee. And so would you, and so would your friends. Okay? Did anyone try this calculation already while we're going through this? Dr. Marvin did?
Yeah. You want to use mine?
Yeah. Was it pretty cool? Did it work?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You can't really change the calories in too much. I played around with that, like increasing the calories in, like if you wanted to eat more.
Right.
It just comes to a point where it kind of breaks the system, but for the most part, it's pretty cool. I just like how it's
How many calories
guaranteed.
were you trying to eat?
What's that?
How many calories were you trying to eat?
Oh no, I was trying to go up to like 2,000 calories. That's just like
Trying to
2
pull
happy meals or
Standard.
two value meals.
There we go. Yeah. It's a good baseline one. And of course, if your friends have other needs and they want to do different things, then we could have specific recommendations for them. But yeah, just so
I think it's really cool. Let's say like if you have some of your like outlandish weight loss goals,
Yep.
then you can see, but you can like tone it back and you say, oh, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Oh, Kenneth's got it. There we go. Just imagine, go up to your friends. You can just go on your phone, just by, hey, What if there were a way to lose 20 pounds in 38 days guaranteed and money back? Would you be interested? How about, hell yeah, I'm down. So it's a great one to have. Do that yourself. Try it out. See what it's like. If you have questions, ask us specifically, all right? It even tells you if you don't use the pack. Because some people say, do I really need the products? Well, it tells me here, well, I could either do it in 38 days or 105 days. Would you rather do it in a third of the time or 100? Dude, anything over 100 just sounds like crazy. You know? I don't want to do that. Okay? It tells you about the challenge. What's great about this challenge, you can either have weight loss or body fat loss. Okay? Some of us are more fortunate in our bodies now where there isn't as much weight, but you want to get more defined. Okay? Body fat loss might be the one for you. Another thing they're doing is actually a weekly Facebook contest. So on Facebook, you can follow the Slenderiiz group, and every week they're going to be doing some activities where we can win some cool prizes. It's a whole 2-month competition, so we can all go out there and do this together. We talked about the prizes. You can look at those together right there. And this is what I even say, I do this even if you don't win the competition. Because ultimately, the biggest competition to win, as corny as it might sound, is to better your health. Okay? To better your health. 2 years ago, when I did this Slenderiiz competition, I did not win the competition. But I was so glad that I did it because it changed my body for forever. Okay? So other than that, key dates right here, you can look at these on the website. Registration starts now, and it goes until the 31st. Okay? So it's a 10-day window to get yourself and other people into this. And then, of course, you can read all the others. 2-month contest, it will be announced at our next big event in Orlando, Florida. You're going to be known throughout the entire world. Okay? So, other than that, how do you get started? Use the calculator, set your goal, get whatever pack that you need, register for the challenge. Registration, if you see, is right here on the top. It says register now. And when you go to register, it's very simple. You just put in some simple information like your name, your information, your story. You need some pictures, front side. Get a newspaper to document the date, your weight, and your body fat. How do you do body fat? You can get a body fat scale. Okay? So I'm just covering through this really quick. There are products that we recommend to use, and I'll get into those later. You also get a very cool up to $25 value cookbook when you get the products, so they can show you some recipes. And this is the money back guarantee that we got. Okay? So if you want your money back, do these 4 things. Number 1, use the calculator so you know what to expect. Number 2, use the products as directed. So, follow the program. So, yeah, it's just read the rules and do it, Swap your whites for greens. And this is a key part. Check in weekly with us, okay? Whoever's supporting you, we want to weigh every single week. We want to track. Anything you track, I was taught, it will increase the success by 30%. I was tracking every single day, actually, because the program works that quickly. Have a support group of 4 or more. So just have people, just let them know, hey, I'm going to go on this competition, this fitness journey. Can you just check in on me and watch, Even better, have those 4 be people doing the competition with you. That makes it even more fun, all right? And other than that, we also have, of course, one last thing, all right? That is the Facebook list, okay? That is the competition in a nutshell. If you want more details, go read that website, read through. If you have further detailed questions, let us know. I want to end it on this. All right. Any quick questions before I close this off with a couple more things?
You have another.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
So we already have the product, and I've used probably a quarter of it.
Yes.
So how does that come into play if you already have the product? Do you have to repurchase?
If you have the product already, you can join the contest already. Something I consider, might as well get your 2nd month set now so you have it ready. I know. Okay. A good time to grab it for sure.
All right.
Good question. All right. Was there another question as well?
If we send somebody to that registration link,
Yes.
how, I guess, do they come through us to buy the packet or the package?
this is how I would use it. If you're a representative and you're sending it out, I would only send the website as reference purposes, but if they're purchasing the product, I get the information yourself so you can apply your discount and then get it through your account.
Right.
If they're a stranger, a cold market, you also have the option to use a replicated website, which we can walk you through if you're not too familiar with that. And you can send actually a personalized URL that connects to your account with the Slenderiiz contest website too. So when they purchase through that, it links directly to your account. The reason why I would still opt for going out there and just getting it yourself is there might be other products you want to recommend, and you might not be able to do that through the actual website itself.
Right.
Sure. Fantastic question. All right. Cool. So what I would do is this. I wouldn't necessarily blast this website publicly. I would keep it kind of low-key and curious. The way I like to share this is I like to talk to people individually, and then I'll send them information as they're interested rather than blast it out there, because there's much lower odds because there's a lot of information. We like to go out there and explain this. If you guys need help explaining this, let us know. That's what we're here for, to help out, you know? But to increase your odds of success on this program, definitely wiser to do it with other people, okay? So, great questions, guys. Let me go out there and let me wrap this up real quick. So, these are, one last thing. Oh, let me unshare this here. A couple recommendations we'd have when it comes to products, okay? These are packages that we personally use and like to do. So if you want to go out there and just start at an entry level, it's called a beginner pack. This is a great one. Got your shakes, your Rejuvenex, your Slenderiiz. It also, you can lose up to 6 to 10 pounds in that month, so it's a very good one. These are at the discounted price right there, only $250. The one that we talked about, the clinical pack, one of my favorites. This one, it has everything that we talked about. The nutritionals, the detox, the energy, the fish oil, the vitamins, the shake, the MOA is all in there. And this one is great because on average, you can lose 10 to 15 pounds, depending on your gender, of course. And you get a really great savings. It's only around $450 for that one. And if you want to go all out, and especially if you're interested in the referral program, I'd recommend what's called the Slenderiiz Business Pack. It comes with all the products. It got your Magnical D in there, an extra essential oil for any joint pain, muscle pain, a vanilla, your immune system booster, and a great water bottle where I see Kenneth drinking it. I saw Dr. Marvin drinking it earlier, you know. I see my wife drinking it. Everyone got one. I don't have mine right here. I'm sad, you know. But of course, it's a great program right there. So those are the three options I would highly recommend. And what I'd say is, at the very least, I'd get at least the clinical pack. At least, because that really does expedite the fat loss process. It gets you everything. The business pack is fantastic. You need a gallon of water a day. You know, the Magnical D helps you when it comes to your cravings and everything. So the more products you use, and you know, the products that RX makes, they're meant to be synergistic where everything will actually help you, all right, in some way, shape, or form. And one last note is this. So talk to your friend if you have specific questions as to what product to use for yourself and what program. But the last thing is this. One thing we're big on is support, okay? And this is optional, and I know that there's other teammates here, other coaches here that have their own Facebook group as well too, which is fantastic, all right? You do not need to be a part of this one specifically. This is one that me and my wife run, more so my wife, you know, I'm like I'm ninja there. You know, but we give a lot of tips. We get a lot of support. We're going to be doing a lot, especially wrapping around this competition. And once you order your products, if you're interested in being a part of this, just send us your order number and we will add you to be a part of this group. And it's always nice to just have extra support. One big thing in success in any goal is the ability to have a community to help support you, a positive community to support you in your process, okay? It's hard to do it by yourself, okay? Even if you're online, it's a great community group to be a part of as well. But we're gonna give a lot of tips, tricks, motivation, support, all of those, all right? But outside of that, guys, those are my major announcements for today. You guys are fantastic. We went through a lot of information. I hope you guys are really excited for this competition going on, all right? I would ask who's gonna win, but that might cause some controversy because I think we would all want to win, you know? Okay, just like, whatever, I'm gonna win anyway, you know? This is what I'd say, man. Last note is this. Compete for you.
Yeah.
Compete for you. Don't compare. Don't worry if you don't win. You know, you got to set your mark right. And this is what I've noticed. Those that win the championships, yes, of course, they want to win the championship, but the way that they win is they actually have a different goal. They have a goal of being at the best shape of their life, to understand their body even more, to just say that they could go out there, set a goal, carry through with it, and accomplish something. And I just want you to imagine, all right? And this is why I talked about this yesterday. If you felt like this year was one of those years that kind of kicked you in the behind, you know? It was a little bit messy. It was a little bit crazy. Personal stuff, financial stuff, social things, spirit, whatever it is. What I've noticed is this, is when you start taking your health as a priority and you place yourself first in terms of your own body, all right? And you're able to set goals and you set that mentality, you have the discipline, you have that attitude, and you complete it. There's something about completing a challenge, regardless of how you score. There's something about accomplishing that gives you motivation, that gives you a forward momentum into the rest of the year. When I did this competition back in 2015, it started as just a personal goal. But when I got passed through that, it ended up being the next couple of years were some of the best years of my life because I felt like I could control one aspect. When you feel like you could do one thing, you say, I want to set another goal and another goal and another goal and another goal. And it becomes contagious, all right? The saying is energy is caught, not taught. And the best way to have amazing energy is number one, make sure your body is healthy and amazing, okay? But other than that, guys, hey, that's my main information I want to share with you guys today. Talk to a friend that brought you here if you have further questions. Anyone have any last questions before we log off here? Perfect. Sounds good. If you do, let us know privately. Hey, get more people in this competition, guys. It's going to be such a blast, and I can't wait to see everyone's transformations and progress through this. But other than that, hey, have a great night. Thanks for logging on. We'll see you guys in the competition, all right?
Great.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Merry
Bye.
Christmas.
Merry
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Howdy.
Merry Christmas.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Good night, guys.